All right. So we got the amazing superstar mother, friend, client, Kelly here. She's just gonna talk about her experience working with myself. Well, tell us. That's like the summary already. Like it's just been a battle between motherhood and fitness. So tell us, like, what were your goals, Kelly, before we started, and what have you tried in the past?
Well, when we started, I was, I think 3 or 4 months postpartum.
Hmm.
And I had known even the year before I was pregnant, I was still over the weight I wanted to be. And in the past, like in high school and college, I was a runner. So I was always able to like stay in shape.
Hmm.
And over
You're
the
a
last,
runner. You're a runner. You were a track star.
yep, I was. But over the years, and because I have another child as well, I just kind of lost track of trying to stay focused in my own health and whatnot. And when I had tried in 2019 to kind of get back in and get in shape again, I mean, the only thing I knew was running.
Hmm.
And well, it didn't work as well as I thought it would. Or in my early 20s and a teenager, when it just would like,
Melt
melt.
off.
Yeah. Didn't work. So I was kind of like, what the heck is going on? And that's when I found you. I was looking, again, I was like 4 months postpartum, and I'm like, okay, running didn't work last time, so I need to try something new.
Hmm. Okay, so obviously the running didn't work, which generally is how it goes, right? Because your hormones change. Like when it's funny because when people tell you that that's how things are gonna happen, you don't believe it in the moment. You're like, come on, like I'll always be able to like get fit and I'll always be able to do the things I've always been able to do. But reality sinks in, and father time is always proven to be undefeated. So we obviously had to improvise. So like tell us now like about the results that you've gotten. Like since we started, like where were you at before? Not even necessarily, we'll go over like the numbers later, but like in terms of just energy, physique, like what changes did you notice from before till now?
Oh my. So before, I was just, I don't know, I was tired all the time. I also had a different job. So my job was way less physical, demanding and whatnot. So I think that contributed to my metabolism changing and different things like that.
Right.
And so before, I was just kind of tired and fatigued all the time. And my job was also it was more mentally draining. And so I just, my decompression time would be like, okay, I'm going to go get my nails done or something rather than working out.
Right.
And so like now that I've been, pretty active and changed my diet around, that was huge. And my job is way more physical, besides chasing my 7-month-old around. I'm tired because I'm still a busy working mom, but I have the energy to do all the things that I need to do versus before I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't hydrating like I should be. So now I have all of like that app reminders, and my water bottle is a huge bright color. So every time I walk by, I'm like, oh yeah, gotta drink some water.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, that's amazing, because obviously like we all have things on our plate, and a lot of people will say, oh, I have a lot on my plate, which is true. Sometimes you do, and you clearly had a lot on your plate. But what I always say is if you have a lot on your plate, get a bigger plate. And that's obviously what you did. So even though you still have so many things to deal with, you're able to handle it because your capacity has increased dramatically, obviously.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the physical differences. Like what changes have you noticed with your body? What have people told you?
I've noticed that my arms are a lot thinner. So that was great, because sometimes in photos, like even holding him or doing something, I'm like, oh my gosh, my arms are never that big. What the heck is going on? and big in a good way. And and so I've noticed that they've trimmed down a lot, which is great. People have told me that my face is thinning out, which is great. So I had the chunky cheeks before. And then,
that was the first thing I noticed when we got on this call. It's just the face is gone in a good way.
Yep.
Model now, guys.
But like my friends and family have noticed that. Like I'm fitting into dresses that even before I was pregnant I couldn't fit into still. So I was stoked about that. My legs are getting more toned. Which again, with being a runner before, like some things I knew would come back a little bit. And so it's been nice to see my legs come back. I'm like, okay, there they are. And
nice.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Okay, so now in terms of like numbers, like how much inches did you drop off your waist? How much weight have we dropped?
Oh my. Gosh, how many inches has the waist dropped? I think I'm trying to remember the starting one. I don't remember it. But I think I've dropped like 6 or 7 inches off my waist.
Whoa, 6 or 7 inches.
Yeah.
That's like the whole ruler just unraveled off your midsection. That's crazy.
Thank God. At the beginning of the summer, or no, it wasn't the beginning, it was the middle of the summer. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to put on these shorts that I haven't fit into in a couple of years. And when they fit, I was like, oh my gosh, yay, that's great. And some of my shorts for summer that I've worn the past couple of years, I've actually had to throw out because they slide right off. So I'm like,
that's what you call leveling up your problems,
right? Right? I'm like, oh gosh, I have to go shopping? Darn.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right? So that's awesome. So in terms of like the weight, I think it was what, like 12 pounds so far? Something?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty solid. You know, like I always tell people like 1 to 2 pounds a week is like the safe amount. So with that being said, now what would you say like has been the biggest contributor to your success? Like what do you think's been the most important part about this program to kind of close the gap and reach some of these milestones?
I think, originally when I started, I was like super ambitious working out wise. And I thought that would be the key to everything, but I've been amazed with what changing my diet did. That was probably the biggest thing, cutting out things that I didn't realize had so many carbs or would hold on to me. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, would hold the weight on. 1 second. I gotta get baby.
You guys get to see how a real mother operates right now in live. Real time. We're not editing any of this.
There we go. Are you okay now?
And for all y'all, actually, for all of you guys that are watching this that have kids that try to use your children as scapegoats, you can stop now. You can stop it right now.
I know. I think the only thing that really I'm behind on is like housekeeping. Everything else is
awesome. Well, there's worse things you could be behind on. So
right.
Right. Okay, so you'd say like just the eating changes. That's kind of been
paying attention to what's in things, like some things that I thought would be healthy, and then looking at actually paying attention and looking at how many carbs it has and whatnot. I'd be like, ooh, okay, never mind. I can't. So that was a big thing, especially with like store-bought like pre-made protein shakes and whatnot. I'm like, oh, like it's a shake, it's healthy, it has greens in it and whatnot. But the amount of like sugar and carbs and fats in it, and I was like, oh, maybe this isn't exactly what I need, and I should, make my own. So I did.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely good to be more crafty because you know what's going into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. All right, so now what would you say to anyone that's like, man, I want to lose some weight. I don't know if this program is going to work for me. Like, what do you say to that person that needs the help, but they're on the fence about signing up?
I would say just do it. Like, what do you have to lose necessarily, you know?
They got the burnfat to lose.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But doesn't do any harm, you know? Like, just sign up and give it a shot, and you know, you just literally knocked your bowl of food over. What are you doing? Sorry. It's like, I'm still hungry. But I would just say go for it. I was on the fence about things too, because I'm like, gosh, do I have enough time with kids and getting back to work? And it's a pandemic. Can I go to the gym and things like that? But I've actually only gone to the gym twice. Everything else I've been able to do at home with bands and my own dumbbells and things like that. And that's been great. So there's no excuse not to work out because I can do it at home.
Yes, I love it. Well, freaking said. You are such a superstar. You're actually an inspiration, honestly.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and it's I don't think you probably go through all my video. I never said that before, but just like the life that you live, you know, obviously with your husband doing what he's doing, having to support him in his journey, and your children, yourself, work, like all of those things. It's amazing, you know. So I hope a lot of people are inspired in your world, and I'm sure people will be inspired now in mine because of what you've been able to do. So you're awesome. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you too. My eyes when it came to keto, I had no idea what I was missing.
Yeah, trust me. I try to keep people as woke as I can.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, Kelly. Well, thank you for coming on. Appreciate you. I know you gotta get back to your other job of being a mother, so I'll leave you to that.
Okay, thanks.
Day, all right?
You too.
All right, talk soon. Peace.
Bye.
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 Bye.